Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and I am the creator behind TiyaisAdornedCrochet, where it's all things crochet, mainly plushies for now, but yes. Um, so today's video, yes, I am back. I'm back. Where did I go? We'll talk about that, but I am finally back now. So, my camera's up here just so you guys know. You'll see me looking down a lot. I have some stuff written down just so I don't get fully off script. Um, so yeah. So we're gonna start by talking about where I've been. So I know that when I was last here, I was telling you guys in the videos like I plan to do giveaways. I plan to do more tutorials. Like I had a whole lineup of what I wanted to do, and I just disappeared. So, as you guys know, my son was born last October. So, he's about to turn 1 in a few weeks. And I didn't start this channel until I think the end of November, maybe early December. I'm not quite sure. And it was a bad time to start for me, only because um, I was sleep deprived. I was back at work. Um, it's a newborn, so they're crying a lot. So I didn't really have time to make videos. I was trying to cram in my videos while he was taking his morning nap, which made it so I couldn't talk really loud. But what ended up happening is I got used to when he would go to sleep. Like he'll go to sleep like back then. He'll go to sleep between 8 to maybe noon, and it gave me some time to make my videos. But then I had to decide of like if I want to make a video or go to sleep, and a lot of times I would just go to sleep. And also it was at that point where if I moved away from him, he would wake up. So I was kind of stuck in a place where it's like, in a lot of my videos, you couldn't see it, but he was laying right next to me sleeping. Like if his like even if his pinky is touching me, he'll stay asleep. But the moment no part of him is touching me, he would wake up. So in the beginning, it was difficult. He wasn't sleeping in his crib, so it was difficult for me to do a lot of stuff. I couldn't have the light on, as you can see, this bright light. Like I actually had to have it on red. He wouldn't stay. He'll wake up easily if it was on any other color, and I got the one that changes color, so I had to have it on this color all the time. And you can barely. I'm wearing red, so you can kind of see me, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I had to have it on, and you can't crochet with that. One sec, Mama's calling. Okay, I'm back. My mom was calling, so I forget what I was talking about. So yeah, it was a hard time starting streaming, um, with the newborn, my first child. I didn't know what to expect. Um, so over time, it got easier. It did start to get difficult because I got overwhelmed with the videos. So, like I've said before, we live in a studio apartment. So right now, I'm in our bedroom. No, I can't go anywhere else to record. Um, my husband, when he records his videos, he stands in the kitchen, and he plays mobile games. So he just uses his phone to record. Um, I use my iPad, sometimes my phone, sometimes both. Um, but yeah, so it is kind of difficult. And plus, I now that my son is walking, now that he's walking, I had to move all my yarn. So, yeah, I could. Okay, I'll show you guys where my yarn is now. A majority of my yarn, like I told you guys before, I do have yarn underneath his crib still. I haven't used it because it's so difficult to get to. Because we had to lower the crib now that he's standing and stuff, so that he doesn't just climb or fall out of it. So it's much more difficult to get to. And my favorite type of yarn has changed. So when I first started crocheting, I was using dollar store yarn, going to Dollar Tree, getting their little Just Chanel yarn, and I was working with that. Then I went to Hobby Lobby and got a whole bunch of acrylic yarn. And I actually I didn't they didn't have the Just Chanel like plush yarn at my Dollar Tree when I started. They had the acrylic yarn. So that's what I was getting. And then I went to Hobby Lobby and grabbed a whole bunch of acrylic yarn. And then I was introduced to plush yarn. My Dollar Tree ended up getting it. I was knitting first. I first learned how to knit before I crocheted. I knit it for maybe a week and then just switched to crocheting. I was knitting a blanket, ran out of the yarn, couldn't find that color yarn anymore, and then I just ended up crocheting. Um, I did start crocheting in June. Well, I started crocheting in July. I started knitting in June. So it's been a little over a year since I first started to learn to crochet. But anyways, so I still have all my acrylic yarn. I don't use it. I don't want it. I tried selling it. Um, I sold half of it and then it kind of just hit like a standstill. Um, I wasn't selling it anymore. Um, so I'm thinking about just giving it away. But I'm gonna show you guys where all my yarn is now. I have it in like 4 different locations. So first off, I have 2 big boxes in the kitchen with yarn from a custom order. Um, we'll talk about that too. So let me show you guys where I keep my yarn. Let me get around the table. That is my yarn. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I didn't bring the mic over. One sec. Okay, I got the mic. So this is where my majority of my yarn is. I know it is dark over there, and I have all the lights on in the house. As you can see, we're using my little phonesy. So this is where I keep all my yarn. Let me get it better. Here we go. So I have this in the corner. So I have a poster up on the wall. I didn't want to remove it. So instead of me putting these up correctly, I kind of just have them behind the TV so that they can hang, but they're not up correctly because I didn't want to remove the poster. But this one is one that, oh, don't grab any yarn, is that I made myself. And I can't reach up there. So I kind of just said, oh, whatever. So yeah, but this is where all my yarn is for right now. I still have yarn underneath the bed. I have basically all my stuff is over here. But let's bring you back over to the table. Well, the bed. I said the table. One sec. Wee. Bring it down. I'm coming. Okay. Okay. There we go. So, okay, where'd my phone go? Oh, it's over there. Oh, wow. So, yeah. So, all my yarn is up there. I do plan on moving the big poster. It's like one of these, but over there. I have a lot of them. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I have 7 posters on my wall. Me and my husband, we love anime. So, we have we have 4 Final Fantasies. We have X-Men. We have Black Butler, and we have Chainsaw Man. So if you know them, you know them. But yeah, so yeah, I am trying to use up all my yarn. My first craft fair is October 26th. I don't remember what I was talking about because I went off script, and this is why I started writing stuff down. So yeah, I disappeared because it got too difficult. I got overwhelmed. I was trying to make tutorials left and right. But then I was too tired dealing with my son between work and at home doing everything. It was just really overwhelming. I got happy because then my son was in daycare. He joined daycare in June. And he was in daycare, so I finally had a day off where I was able to relax. It was 2 days off, but then a lot of the times I was working 5 days a week because once he started daycare, not only was he getting sick, but my husband was getting sick. I got sick once, like really, really bad, and I haven't gotten sick again. So they've technically been bouncing the sickness back and forth, and I've just been waking up in the middle of the night, making tea, giving everyone their medicines. My son had ear infections, so I was waking him up, giving him his amoxicillin. Um, so it was a lot, and I was like overwhelmed because then like I said, I was working Monday through Friday. I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work, and then I am home around 3:30, and then dinner. I'm making dinner, cleaning up after dinner, taking care of the family nonstop. So I didn't have any time to make a video. And if I did try to make a video at home, you would have nothing but a screaming baby and Elmo playing in the background. So I ended up slowing down on making videos, and then I just got too overwhelmed because I was like, I don't know what to put on my channel. I mean, I could do tutorials. I have a ton of patterns that I have being tested right now, and there was a lot I could have done, and I just got overwhelmed, and I was just like, I'm not even enjoying crocheting anymore. I'm like trying to remember how I said I wanted to make 1,000 plushies for before my first craft fair. Yeah, that didn't happen. I ended up buying a whole bunch of yarn, making bigger plushies. I started testing for people. So I don't have 1,000 plushies, but I do have bins and bins of plushies, which I will be making a video on soon because I got the okay from work to use the conference room at work to display all of my plushies. And then we're going to have a second video of me doing a mock setup. I just have to make sure it's nice outside, and me and my husband are going to set up the table, see what we need and what we're missing. I did order some like foldable, stackable like type of shelf thingies, and they never arrived. I ordered them before my birthday. My birthday was in August, on the 15th. I ordered them on the 12th, and I still haven't gotten them. But they told me to wait until September 14th, and if I didn't have them by then, ask for a refund. So I refunded, and I'm just gonna see where else I could get them from. Because like I said, studio apartment, we need stuff that could just foldable and be put away. So yeah, I went off script, kind of. I kind of jumped to the whole new part. So that was another thing. I have ADHD, so I jump around a lot. I'm all over the place. So it was also messing me up because I'll be trying to talk to you guys and make a video, and then 10 topics later, I'm like, what was I talking about? What was the first topic? So that was happening a lot as well. And it made me not want to make videos because I just sounded crazy and all over the place. So I was like, a lot of the times I would spend 3 hours making a video just to delete the whole 3 hours. So yeah, but so I am back. No one's really sick. I mean, they are still, both of them are still coughing and stuff like that, but no one's really sick. And now I actually have a day off every week, so it's less stressful. But I was supposed to have came back to work. Well, not work. To stream, not streaming, to recording, to YouTube, okay? I was supposed to come back to YouTube September 4th. That was going to be when I released a tutorial and go from there. But what ended up happening is it got pushed back because I ended up working 5 days. And then both of them got sick again. And it was just like what I mean, I didn't get sick, so I was happy, but it was just so much going on, and I was like, come on. So it got pushed back, and then the on September 11th, I was gonna release a crochet showdown video, which will be coming out this Wednesday. Don't know when you guys are actually gonna see this video. Today is the 16th, so 17th, 18th. So the 18th, the crochet showdown will come out on the 18th. This might come out the Wednesday following it. So yeah, I'm all over the place. So by the time you guys see this, the crochet showdown will already be out. So yeah. So the crochet showdown is supposed to come out last Wednesday, well, that's September 11th. But I had an emergency at work. I had to deal with that. And then on September 11th, me and my husband, we worked together. We almost got hit by a speeding car, not paying attention. We do traffic control. So, you know, the people who stand in the road with the stop and slow paddles and they're like, hey, stop, you could go now. That's what we do. And we had one lane shut down, and we were just supposed to direct cars into the next lane over. And that's what we were doing. We had no issues with it all day. And then next thing you know, here comes a 75-year-old man doing like 50 and a 30. I had looked down, like, I won't lie, like, I posted a picture on Ribbler of a heart that I had crocheted for a customer of mine, my first customer. We'll talk about that too. And seconds after posting it, I had moved away from the car, and we hear our cones being run over. So we're like, oh my God. So we're looking, and we hear the cones. The car comes flying at us, and it happened so fast that we didn't have time to react, but the car swerved last second, hitting the side of our work vehicle and flipping. Everyone was okay. We're honestly, we're just thankful that the driver was okay, and more than anything, we're happy that he swerved last second, because if he didn't, they told us straight up, if he did not swerve, we both would have been pinned between the cars. And I mean, I broke down crying, because like the first thing that happened in my mind was like, is my husband okay? And then I thought about my son. I'm like he's about to turn 1. Like, he almost lost both parents today. So I ended up not posting anything. I stopped crocheting for a few days and stuff. It was just like, I was just, my mind was not there. Just talking about it makes me really emotional, just because like that was a very, very scary moment. But everyone was okay. The work vehicle was totaled. The guy's car was totaled. He flipped. So yeah, it was completely totaled. But 75-year-old man not paying attention to the road and speeding. So yeah. So, but now I had no choice but to get back into crocheting, because I had 2 custom orders to do. So let's talk about that. So I went to the bank, and me and my husband, we have joint bank accounts. We've had them ever since we've been dating. And we decided to open up our own checkings account. So he has his checkings account, I have mine. They're still joint though. So only because the whole thing is that we were saving up for a house, and that's what we've been doing. So we saved up, paid off student loans, and then we saved up for a new car. Boom, got the car. And then we said, let's save up for a house. Well, a year after saving up, here comes little Levi. And it kind of like we stopped saving, and our main focus was, instead of putting our money away, leaving it where it is so that we can make sure whenever we need something, we had it. So we didn't get a house. And now that we're ready to get a house, houses in our area are through the roof. A fixer-upper, that's like, the other day I saw a fixer-upper a 1 bedroom going for 250,000. It's not. It wasn't even an acre of land going for 250,000, and it looked like absolute garbage. And I was like, yeah, we're not going to be getting a house just yet. And then apartments, for a 1 bedroom apartment where we live, they want like $1,400, and then most of them are scams. So we were like, we'll just keep saving up for a house, and we'll just put more down for a house. So that's our plan. So I we went to the bank. I got off course again, as you saw. So we went to the bank. We opened up 2 more checkings account. We had to change our names because in February we got married. Um, so we finally went to the bank and we said, hey, we want to open up 2 checkings account and change our last names. So it caused a kind of an issue because we got the new check-ins accounts, but all of the names across our accounts did not match anymore. But because it was still us, it worked. My mom's calling again. I'll call her back later. So what we ended up doing is that we have Citizens, so we're able to name our accounts. I don't know if you could do it with other banks, but I named my personal account Crocheting because that's the only thing I'm going to use my money on is crocheting. So we give ourselves like a bi-weekly allowance. So whenever we get paid, a certain amount of money will be transferred into our account, and we don't touch the main account. That's how we did it. So turns out that the lady at the bank could see that I named my personal account Crochet. And so she was like, oh, you crochet? I was like, yeah. She was like, so what do you knit? I'm like, you just said crochet. So what made you jump to knit? But I'm not rude. So I was just like, oh, I crochet plushies right now. I said plushies. I said, but I do also make blankets and throw pillows and hats. So she instantly wanted something. So she ended up following me on Instagram and Facebook. And while she was supposed to be doing all the paperwork, she's going through my Instagram and Facebook and seeing everything that I make. So I thought she was working on all the paperwork for the account. No, she was actually going through my accounts to see what I make and do. And she came across the hearts that I make. I'll post a picture. It's gonna cover my face some, but I'm gonna post it right here. So I moved out the way. And then a cow. I found the pattern for a cow. I sent her different pictures because she wanted a cow, a heart, and she wants a blanket. But I told her I'm not gonna start blankets until next year. So yeah, she was my first customer. I said, okay. I sent her multiple pictures of cows. It did take her a while to decide what kind of cow she wanted. And then once she picked the cow, obviously white was the main color. I asked her what the second color was. I mean, I thought she was going to go for like a pinkish type of color. And she wanted like a light brown color. So I found a light brown. I used called Teddy. And I did those for her. So I charged her for the materials first, and that's gonna be my motto. Is if you want me to commission for you, you have to pay for the materials up front, and then we'll pay for my time later. So she was my first one, and I wanted to use my Square reader to see how it works before my craft fair, so I know. And she paid through Venmo. So I couldn't use the Square with her. So my coworker decided that he'll buy something from me. Excuse me. So I said, what do you want? He said, Falcor from Neverending Story. So I said, ooh, okay. I said, let me go look up a pattern. I found a pattern. I don't remember what it oh, I'll post it here. But I found a pattern on Etsy, and he said I want it to be big. So me not knowing how much materials I would need, I went to the Etsy pattern, and in the pattern she tells you how much of everything she needed. So for the white yarn, because Velcro is white, she wrote exactly how much she needed. So what I did is I went and bought a little bit more than what she did, and the materials came out to like $70. So I said to him, I said, "Are you sure you want Falcor to be big?" He said, "Yeah." He said he wanted to be big, big. I said, "Okay, if we buy jumbo yarn, you got to understand, I use loops and threads from Michaels. If you know, jumbo yarn, they only give you 109 yards and it's $10. If you get it on sale, that's even better." But I told him, well, at the time it wasn't on sale. So I said, it's 109 yards and it's for $10. I said, if we do jumbo and I already need about four to six balls of white yarn, I said, we're going to have to double that, which would have costed him like $140. And just for the materials. And I was like, I don't think you want to do that. I said, I'm not even going to allow you to do that. I said, so we're going to do this size. I had the size 6 loops and thread with me. And so the super bulky. So we just decided to do that. It's still going to come out big. So we went that route. So he paid for the materials. I told him like I had to order it because my Michaels didn't have the what is it, the fox fur yarn, because you need that for Falcor as well. So I had to order it. So it took like a week to get here, and he understood, especially with the whole car incident, that I wasn't gonna do it right away. So he wasn't pressuring me. But the lady from the bank, I didn't want to make her wait because I felt like she wouldn't understand why I took a break. But once I gave it to her and I told her what happened, she was like, "You should have told me." And I was like, "No, it's okay." I was like, it's not that big of a deal. So I am back to crocheting now. I am working on Falcor. I am also working on my little piggy. This is the pattern I've written. It has been tested. Um, and we're gonna save that for another video of what I show you guys what I've been up to since we last saw each other. So yeah, so that's basically where I've been, and what I'm gonna be up to is I will be releasing tutorials. At maybe one, honestly, I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. I have craft fairs coming up. I have to make Falcor, and my main focus is getting ready for craft fair. So I might put out some videos of me prepping for the craft fair. As you can see, I have my pillow set up in the corner. I'm about to go sit in the corner and just crochet. So if you guys want videos like that where I just sit back and crochet and like just randomly talk to you guys, I'm going to be watching my crime shows and all that. So yeah, if that's something you guys definitely want to see, let me know. I am back. I'm crocheting. Do not expect tutorials from me this year. I do have like 30 patterns that I am having tested and are made right now. So in January is when I'll start releasing my tutorials. So yeah, but for right now, we're gonna have the crochet showdowns going on. I do plan to do a Q&A soon, so if you want to ask me questions, put them down in the comment and we'll go from there, okay? But this video is already 30 minutes long, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy and expect to see more from me. Like I said, my tutorials are gonna have to wait. I have tutorials for a duck, cat, mallards, pigs, cats. I said cats. I just have so many. Okay, mushroom boys and stuff like that. I'm working on Halloween patterns right now, so I'm gonna release the pattern, maybe the tutorial. I might put the tutorial out for Halloween. If not, then the tutorial will be for next Halloween. Because like I said, I'm prepping for craft fairs. Like I'm trying to just pump them out. So, yeah. If you want my patterns, they will be on Ribbler soon, probably next year, like I said. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just going to take it one step at a time. I'm not going to overwhelm myself. I'm here. If I'm like, I need a break, I need a break. Okay, so thank you guys. And I have noticed that I still have been gaining subscribers, even though I have not been posting. And I thank you guys so much. And I will be doing a giveaway soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. Let me just get everything situated and okay? So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy, and bye.